Hey everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and it is that time again. We are doing our August monthly life, love, and abundance readings. And normally we've been working with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as our main feast for our readings. We incorporate a lot of different oracles, but the main feast was the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. This month, I decided to change it up a little bit and bring in the Numinous Tarot as our main course because I've been dying to use it for readings for others and I haven't really yet, and this is a perfect opportunity to start utilizing this deck and incorporating it into my tarot practice. And then also because I wanted to give the Mildred a rest. She has been working hard and strong. She is also one of my more popular decks for my paid client readings. And yeah, I thought we'll give the Mildred a rest. We'll try out a tarot deck and see how it goes. This is a general reading. So for those who really want some more specific information about your specific situation, I would suggest that you head on over to abundantlifetarot.com or to my Etsy shop, Abundant Life Shop, to check out my reading options. I even have a monthly forecast reading, and it can be specifically tailored to you, whereas this is a general reading and it's divided by astrological signs, and of course it can't encompass every specific thing for every person who's watching these videos. But how we work around that is by having a reading that's tailored and made for you and your situation. So just wanted to say that, as a quick little reminder that this is a general reading. So with all that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy. This reading, or all of the readings, are time-stamped, so you can bypass everyone else's readings and go specifically to your sign and get yourself a nice beverage, kick back, and enjoy. Much love, many blessings for the month of August for all of you. Hi Aries, this is your monthly August life, love, and abundance reading. And we're just going to dive right in and get started. And we're doing it a little differently this month. We are actually going to incorporate some tarot back into the mix. So we're still going to do the Dear Heart Oracle portion where we're looking at the overarching overall energies. But then we're going to lay all the cards out and then do the reading as a whole. And we are also going to have the Numinous Tarot as the main course of the whole shebang. So here we go. All right, Spirit, we are asking you about Aries for the month of August. What are the overall overarching energies that Aries who are watching this video, or for those who love Aries, what will be the overarching overall energies for the month of August? Any other messages, Spirit? Okay, thank you. All right, so we've got passion, nice, mystery, cleanse. That's nice, varied, nice, varied meanings. So we'll stick you guys over here. And now we're going to do this portion of the reading. First, we're looking at some cards for what do Aries need to confront, or what will they be confronting, facing, or dealing with in the month of August in life, love, or abundance. Okay. Is there additional cards? What do Aries need to confront in the month of August? Is there anything else that needs to come up? 3, 2. Okay. All right, so these are the cards that represent what you will be facing and confronting in the month of August. The next row that we're looking at is what tools can Aries utilize to help them navigate through the month of August? What tools can Aries use to manifest the life they want and love, life, and abundance in the month of August? Jumping cards, please. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, not that many. Not that many messages, or I'm just being very clumsy tonight, which is very possible. All right, Spirit. Any other messages? Oh, no. I would really like 1 or 2 more cards. That's it. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, and finally, what can we expect to happen, or what will be happening for Aries in the month of August? What can we expect in the month of August for Aries? Make sure you guys can see these. I'm going to scoop these to the tippy top. One more card for the outcome card for the month of August for Aries. Please, Spirit. What's the outcome? What will be happening? Well, not what will be happening, but what's the outcome of the month after all that's been going on? So for Aries, what is the final outcome card, if any? Or if we have them here, that's fine too. Oh, lots of major arcana action going on in the outcomes. That's awesome. The Hermit, the Founder, which is the Emperor, and then the Magician. Some cool stuff going on. Okay. Now, we're going to move that. And now I want to look at what life changes will you be facing, Aries, in the month of August? What life changes will Aries be facing? Trying to make sure I can fit all the cards that I want. All right. In terms of love for Aries, coupled and singled for the month of August, what's coming and what advice do you have for Aries, singled and coupled for the month of August? Spirit, thank you. Finances and career and deception. This is quite the spread. And abundance for Aries for the month of August. What's their abundance forecast and what advice do you have for Aries? It is safe for you to receive. Okay, and then finally, what does Aries need to surrender in order to manifest what they want for the month of August? What do they need to surrender in the month of August? What do Aries need to surrender? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Okay, what a cool spread we got going on. All right, here we go. So the overarching energies that we were working with is passion, mystery, and cleanse in the month of August. And it's no surprise here. It's even reflective in the cards just below it with the butterfly oracle. We have dietary changes happening for some of you. Some of you will be, saying, I'm going to take on my health this month. I'm going to tackle how I've been eating. I've been eating poorly in the past few months, and now I want to really get back on track. Others have maybe kind of backslid a little and have gone in the opposite direction of, their diet. So this is a signal that you will get back on track for those who have backslid. But others, this is you actually initiating a whole new regimen for yourself. You have the passion to really move forward in your personal life in terms of your personal goals, your personal power. You're trying to take some of that back. And then you, like I said, a cleanse. We have a cleanse, dietary change. There's the correlation. There's going to be some healing from the past and realizations and epiphanies. And we'll look more into these as we move forward. This is a call for surrendering to the mysteries of life. There's going to be areas in your life where you're just simply not going to know what's going to happen next. And you're just going to have to be okay with that, Aries. And you'll know what I'm talking about as the month of August materializes for you. Some things it's just out of your control and you won't know no matter how much you really try to find out or get to know. So be okay with that. We'll see how passion is manifesting, but it looks like I can see some stuff going on towards the end of the month or towards the end of the reading here that's really explaining where that passion is coming from. Okay, so let's take a look here and see what's going on in terms of the tarot reading, and then we'll look at the other specific areas of your life. So in the position of what do we need to confront in the month of August, we have the Four of Vials, and this is the Numinous Tarot, and Vials represents cups. So this person in the beginning of the month is a little bit not satisfied with what's before her. She's, looking forlorn out, perhaps out the window, seeing what other people, what's out there, as opposed to looking at what's before her, what's good that's happening before her. Some of you are just a little bit disenchanted, a little, you're okay with the status quo, but it's just not really stirring your soul. And you're kind of starting to see your passion leaving maybe a work situation, or perhaps it's maybe leaving, since it's in the cups or the vials energy or the water energy. Perhaps this is pertaining to love. You're being a little disenchanted, a little, it's just not as satisfying, the relationship, or maybe the person you're trying to date. It's just not, the passion isn't there. So this card also could be, saying, hey, passion is on the forefront of your focus right now. You want more passion in life and love, and you're recognizing that it's not really happening. So in the month of August, Aries will find themselves really confronting what are they passionate about? And we know this to be true because right next to it is the Three of Candles that sits right next to this. You see somebody, oh, this person's on the beach, walking the beach. The wand, or these are the Wands energy, the passion, fire energy, 3. It's like that calling that's stirring you into action and movement, that co-creative process. You know, God or source, and then the manifestation. And so in the month of August, it's been a long weekend of funerals for me, sorry about that. So in the month of August, you will be finding opportunities to really explore what you're passionate about, both in work life and in love, or in career or passions like hobbies. You will be able to finally have the time, the energy, and the initiative to finally start those projects that you've been wanting to start but hadn't, but now you're moving forward. You're moving forward with certain things in your life, and it's feeling good getting on the go and starting to move forward with that. Another thing that you are confronting is the Eight of Tomes, which is Eight of Pentacles. Many Aries will be busy working like crazy. So, you know, it makes it a little challenging at times to pursue what you wish to pursue. But if you don't, you run the risk of this turning into a Five of Cups situation. I mean, you're running the risk of being a little despondent and not satisfied. So make sure you have a balance. Make sure you have a balance of, yes, working in the everyday now, you know, making sure your bills are currently paid, but also spending some time creating goals, journaling, maybe making a vision board, spending some time doing some visualization, spending a few moments each day towards your budding business or towards your goals and objectives, making them move forward, taking one action step a day. You know, any way you want to make it happen, you can make it happen. Here we have, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. And that's, again, it's saying, you know, Spirit wants you to be able to tap into what stirs your soul, because that is your gift. And that if you're giving that out, you're feeding your soul, and then you're in turn putting out your good into the universe. So it's time for you, Aries, to really cleanse your thoughts around, you know, not being good enough, not able to get things done, purging out old, outdated beliefs. And here we go here. Cleansing out poor diet, purging out poor sleep habits and not taking care of yourself, and healing past hurts. There's a lot of things going on in August in terms of deconstructing your life so you can reconstruct it and make it work better for you and your dreams and manifesting your dreams. And we go to surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Again, you got to cleanse those thoughts because it's holding you back. There's something that you're going to have a realization and epiphany, perhaps after watching this video, or perhaps as you move through the month and you're starting to realize, I don't want to live my life like this anymore, like the Four of Vials. It's okay for now. It's sustaining me for now, and that's great, and I'm blessed by that, but I want more. So that's awesome that you'll have that realization, and that you will, this card confirms that you will surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Take this as the advice, and then by the end of the month, you will have released and surrendered a lot of the outdated beliefs that you had about your capabilities to manifest things that you wish to manifest, like love, abundance, the career that you want, the job that you need. You can have that, but you have to let go of limiting ideas about yourself. You have to cleanse and purge that from your system. Okay, so let's move into some tools And before we do that, because let's see, let's look at the love for just a moment before we go to tools and the outcome. We have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So this could be for those who are in a relationship, and Aries, you know, you're really trying to climb that corporate ladder, but it is impacting your ability to really start to pursue a passionate love affair as much as you like. You get started with your passionate love affair, but then there's a third wheel, which is your work. You're trying to your drive to make more money, to be able to pay your bills, because, you know, nothing's more sucky than not being satisfied in your career or with your finances. And if those are not handled or taken care of, they are impacting your love life. For single Aries, you find yourself kind of being stifled in terms of not enough money to go out or hang out with your friends. You find yourself working quite a bit as a result of that, because you're trying to make ends meet. You are working quite diligently and hard, but again, Spirit wants you to know that it's important to, yes, work on today by paying your bills, going to work every day, but also spend some time working on your future. And it doesn't have to be hours upon hours per day. It could be a matter of minutes per day. That is not a lot when you are talking about manifesting a life of your dreams. In terms of deception, and we'll look more into the rest of the reading here, but it says someone is wearing a false self in this relationship. So for some of those who are coupled up, Aries, I get a sense that it may not be like, oh, someone's cheating or anything like that. It could be someone's not sharing information about their finances. Maybe they got demoted at work, or maybe the partner lost their job and they're not ready to tell their, you know, significant other. Perhaps they are disenchanted with their job and they don't want to do it anymore. And this could be Aries. You don't want to do it anymore, and you're wearing a false mask of trying to keep on a strong face for your partner. But in actuality, you're not feeling this anymore. This is not satisfying for you. You don't want to do it. You just don't want to do it, and you don't want to wear a false mask. And this shows that this will come off. For other Aries, this is you having to deal with someone in your relationship wearing a false mask with you. And someone wearing the false mask in this relationship, I have a sense it will come off and it will become clear, but in the beginning of the month, you will be hit with that. That's something that you will be confronted with as well. So let's look at the tools that we can use. We have the Star card. Star is about hopes, you know, dreams come true, wishing on a star. So it is like the hope card, the wishes fulfilled card. So in terms of what tools do we have at our disposal? We have hope at our disposal. We have, you know, pursuing our hopes and dreams and actually having some success with that. You know, it's sitting right underneath the Four of Vials. So it's saying, hey, you know, all doesn't seem that great right now. It's just kind of stagnant. Things are kind of a little not moving forward, but it's okay. But Spirit is saying, well, don't lose hope. Don't lose sight. You have the tool at hand, which is hope, and pursuing, you know, keeping the faith and moving forward, you know, as you go on this journey. We have the Seven of Vials, which is vials is again cups, having many choices at hand. And what's beautiful here is that when you have many choices at hand, it allows you to start to discern and get clear about what it is that you really do want and what it is that you don't want. So that could be also part of the realizations and epiphanies that you'll be experiencing in the month of August. And I get a sense it's throughout the month of August that you will be experiencing so many epiphanies about what you want to do with your life, who you want to hang out with more often. Things are just going to start to really materialize. But at first it's just going to feel kind of overwhelming, like so many choices to choose from. But as the month progresses, if you are able to distill it down until it's very clear what it is that you want out of life and need out of life, and how you plan to move forward. Now, of course, I always preach, you don't need to worry about the how, because Spirit worries about that. You need to worry about what it is you're trying to manifest and why it is. And once you're clear on those things, the how will happen. Well, also, with that discernment that comes, that is how you help narrow down. And what helps narrow down your discernment is getting clear really at the essence of what it is that you really want out of life. A lot of us haphazardly want things because we think, we see what other people want and desire, but it's not even truly in alignment with what we want for ourselves. So we have to be mindful of that. That could be also the false self for some of you who are trying to date. What is it you're trying to get from that experience of dating or being in a relationship? Or, are you wanting authentic connections? Well, be the authentic connector. Be that person. Share, be vulnerable, be willing to go there, be willing to take off your false mask. If that's what you want, in turn from a partner, you have to be that yourself. Another tool that we have is the 5 of Tomes, 5 of Pentacles, which is normally kind of a card where you're kind of feeling isolated, excluded. I mean, this woman is kind of setting her own, like she's burning books to keep warm, but there's a warm library over there. So this card is just being Spirit saying, be mindful of what you already have right next to you. I'm right next to you. I'm ready to work with you. You don't have to burn books to stay warm. You could just go on into the library. Where in your life is it that you're kind of doing things where you don't really have to, making it a little more difficult for yourself, feeling certain feelings, all on your own, when really you're just needing to kind of step back, kind of shift your perspective and your perception on what's happening, and you will see, hey, I was burning books for no good reason. So don't burn the books. And it's time to let go of those kind of ideals. And this ties into it is safe for you to receive. This ties right next to it. I love how it's sitting next to it too. Remember, the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. So remember that, and definitely this card correlates with this as well. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Finally, let's see what's happening. Overall, what's going on in the month of August for Aries? What's going to be the end result? How is it ending? We have the Hermit going within, pulling within. You will be definitely going on a spiritual journey, Aries, and it's all your own. This is, you may talk to a couple of people about it, your partner, a close friend, a relative, but this is all your own. So that way, when it's all said and done at the end of the month, you will reemerge. You'll emerge back from your isolation, your self-imposed isolation, if you will, after you've cleansed, after you've made some transformative changes and had some realization and epiphanies, and you'll be stronger for it, and you're going to inspire others, because people are going to start almost instantly seeing the changes and results coming from you having a dietary change, making that shift. They're going to see that, and it's going to be beautiful. Your light is going to shine through. You're going to not worry so much about how things are happening or coming about. You will finally get to a place of surrendering to the mystery and not feeling like you have to control everything like how you did at the start of the month. The despondency is happening because, you're getting complacent. It's getting a little stagnant. You were trying to steer things to go this way or that way, and you realize, sometimes you're going to have to just go with the flow. and not know all the answers. It has to intuitively come as you need it to. The founder, which is the Emperor, shows that at the end of the month or towards the end of August, you will feel like a boss in terms of your life. There will have been a lot of transformations happening for you throughout August. We have the start of the Three of Candles, which is the Three of Wands. Then, as we move to the midpoint of the month, you have the Seven of Vials, Seven of Cups, where you've had to kind of tighten up how you discern, how you move forward. And then at the end, you do. The Emperor is, has an empire that they oversee, that they manage. You will be able to manage your love life, manage your life, manage things much better than at the onset of August. At the outset or at the end of it, you will feel much more in control of that. You'll feel like you can embark on any journey and that you have the support of, your empire, if you will, to move forward with you and go forward with you and to help you execute your goals and objectives of your life. And it's a powerful time of manifestation for you. It's just you have some outdated beliefs about yourself. Maybe you believe that you couldn't do something, but now you saw that you could. Now it's giving you the courage to try something else. But you have to first surrender some old outdated beliefs that are no longer really true or serving you in any good way. And then finally, we have the Magician, which is, again, speaking about all of this, right? You are the Magician, Aries. You've got so much going on this month, so many things that are about to blossom, bloom up. And it's as a result of you really getting clear about what it is that you want and why it is that you want it. And that's all you need to worry about. Allow the universe to worry about the how. You just visualize and feel in what you want in terms of a partner, in terms of a loving relationship with your partner, if you are in a relationship, in terms of the kind of career that you want, how you want to spend your time each day, who you want to spend it with. You have to tighten it up, but don't be overwhelmed by it. Be empowered by the choices that you're going to have. And that it is safe for you to receive. Spirit is saying, open your hands up wide and allow me to fill them up for you. Let's get ready for that. Let's stop trying to turn away from or move away from our abundance. Let's start going towards it. Okay? So that's what's happening for you in the month of August, my lovely Aries. You've got a lot of good stuff going on. Yeah, there's some bumps, some, pain points, but minor pain points. This is all a part of your overall transformation and growth. So be grateful and happy for what's to come in August. And I wish you a very blessed and prosperous and loved August, my dears. Thanks so much for watching. Hey Tauruses, this is your monthly August Life, Love, and Abundance Tarot and Oracle reading. I say tarot because we are now working with the Numinous Tarot for our main course, but of course we will be working also with our resident Oracle deck, the Dear Heart Oracle, and just sit back and relax for the reading. All right, let's first take a look at what are the overall overarching energies that we're working with for the month of August for Tauruses. What are the overall energies, vibrational energies that are happening for Tauruses? What do they need to look out for? Oh, what's going on? Okay. Nice. And what we're going to do, Tauruses, is we're going to lay down the cards first and then do the reading. I'm just called to do that this way this month. I just like to do it that way. Okay, there's a lot to be said to you this month. And I normally would not lay down this many Dear Heart Oracle, but I'm just called to do that. And we'll just discuss it all. Okay. I'm called to work with all of those. Normally, like you guys know, we usually deal with maybe 2 or 3. So I'm going to go with the flow this month. Then we are going to look at the tarot. We're going to do just like we did last month or the months prior, where I do a spread. The first row, we are looking at what do we need to confront? What do Tauruses need to confront, or what will be happening at the onset of the month for August? Okay. And what's happening for Tauruses in the month of August in life, love, and abundance? What will they be confronting? What do they need to confront? Okay. Any other messages? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. You got some cool cards so far. All right. Next, what tools can Tauruses use in the month of August to help them along their way? What tools in August can help Tauruses along their way in life, love, and abundance? What tools, Spirit, can Tauruses use in the month? Thank you. Okay. What tools can Tauruses, or will Tauruses use? What will they use? Not only what should they use, but what will they be using in the month of August to help them along their way? Okay. Nice. Huh. Okay. Cool. All right, finally, what will happen? What is the outcome of the month? What's to come from August, and what will be carrying forward in September or what will be left behind at the end of August? What will be carried forward to September, and what will be left behind in August for Tauruses in life, love, and abundance? And I'm going to scoot these up so you guys can be able to see them. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm going to move all my stones. So now we need all this space. Or better yet, let's just kind of see if I can spare a little more room. I want to make sure you guys can see them. And I also need all my room. Okay. All right, so let's lay out all the cards. We've got so far, though, so you can see. So in the onset, or what will Tauruses be confronting, we've got 8 of bells, which is like the 8 of air, or 8 of swords. And then we have ace of bells, nice. And then we have the star. I really wanted to have these in a row, but that's okay. Sorry. This is big for this month, and I'm gonna try not to cramp Spirit style. Okay, now you guys can't see it. Now I'm gonna scoot everything over this way. It's frustrating me. To make sure that I have enough room for everything, but that it's in the order that I need it to be for the reading, if that makes any sense. All right. For abundance, what's coming in the month of August for Tauruses? And what advice do you have for Tauruses to bring more abundance into their life? What do they need to do or not do? Okay, windfall of abundance. Let's see if there's any other messages about what's happening or what advice. Moonlighting. I like that card. I like windfall of abundance too. Okay. What life changes should Tauruses expect to come in the month of August that they'll need to be dealing with or want to deal with or should deal with or recommended to deal with? Any life changes to okay. No, okay. Body changes. All right. Many other messages. 3, 2, elevation. Okay. And then love. What about love? For single and coupled up Tauruses for the month of August, what's coming and what advice do you have for the month of August for Tauruses singled and coupled? Jumping cards would be most appreciative. Although it's painfully long, but that's how I operate. Sorry, folks. Okay. Any other messages? Okay. Let's see if we have room. I'm just shifting all my lovely, beautiful stones around. Just so we can make sure we have some room. And then finally, what do Tauruses need to surrender in order to have and manifest what they need and want this month? What do Tauruses need to surrender? Come on. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, this is a common theme, and I shuffled this deck good. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. And I have a feeling this is going to be a common theme for a lot of signs this month. It's just kind of the energy that we're dealing with. Okay, this is kind of quite the spread, okay? As to be expected. So let's just dive in. So Tauruses, in the month of August, there's a lot going on here, clearly. At the outset, you have a sense of a need to let go, to purge, just purge actual physical things, emotional things that may have been kind of tying and weighing you down. Maybe relationships that are no longer serving you, no longer stirring your passion. So the overall energies for the month of August is a great sense of letting go of past habits that may have been sabotaging your progress. You're just coming to a realization about yourself that you want to have more balance. So you're striving to bring more balance. But this is also for some Tauruses that this is the wound card, wounded. For some of you, this could be dealing with past wounds that are coming up to the surface and you're having to deal with it. You're having to balance your emotions. You've had to balance certain things to really kind of deal with your wounded self that's kind of coming from the past. But there's transformation at hand. You're constantly transforming, and this month is no exception. No exception whatsoever. You're going to have that sense of balance. So don't worry if at the outset of August you are feeling kind of all over the place. It's all a part of the process of transforming and letting go and surrendering that what's no longer really helping you. Like this card says, it says, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Okay? So you will, in time, some of you are earlier than others, and throughout the month of August will have that realization. You will let go of outdated beliefs of ideas that you can't do something, or you're not able to accomplish something, or you're not able to balance your budget, or you're not able to achieve a certain goal. You will have passion that stirs up, that really shows you do have what it takes to move forward and balance the wounds, the past wounds, with the transformation you're trying to have. Because a lot of times old wounds can come in and cause all sorts of things. It can cause addictions. It can cause, self-limiting beliefs that really hamper your growth. So this month, Tauruses, is the energies are about you bringing that balance of dealing with your old wounds, but not letting them take over. You are going to have a tide that turns, and like there's going to be transformation as a result of you surrendering and letting go of things that are no longer serving you, thoughts that are no longer serving you, and pursuing passions. So let's look at the tarot for a moment, and then we'll kind of pop along here as we need to. So on the outset of what you need to confront is Eight of Bells. This is like the disappointment card, the card where I've had to walk away. I'm having to let go. I'm not really wanting to see what all has kind of transpired so far, but I know I gotta go. I gotta do something else, is with the Eight of Bells. This is something that you kind of been agonizing over. Maybe it's a job that's no longer really serving you, kind of bogging you down. Maybe it's time to let that job go. Maybe it's time to move to a different department in your company. Maybe it's time to consider leaving your company altogether, or leaving the industry and trying something new. Perhaps it's dealing with a relationship. Perhaps this is dealing with old past disappointments surrounding old relationships. And we'll talk more about that in a moment, because we have the codependency card that comes up in the romance angels. So even for those who may have been single, but who have been broken up with someone, and you found yourself in a codependent relationship, and even for those who are currently in a relationship where there's a chance that it is codependent in nature, addictions are affecting your romantic life, whether it's in your past or currently ongoing. So just be mindful of that you're going to need to address, even just as simple as, I can't stop hanging out with this person. You need to address that. I get a sense, though, that this is maybe, it could be current energies in the sense of maybe dealing with work life, or dealing with some relationship stuff. But it also could be dealing with disappointments of, I'm not far along in my relationship like I want to be because of these issues. So we'll look more into that as we move forward. I keep saying that, but I had to kind of pause because of that. Another thing that's kind of awesome, though, is the Ace of Bells that comes up. The Ace of Bells is about new beginnings and new clarity of thought. Bells, again, represents air sign or swords energy. So you now are having new ideas flourishing, just a whole new breakthrough in your thoughts about yourself and your thoughts about life and your thoughts about manifesting your goals. That's where that balance of dealing with those wounds, maybe it's current wounds in your relationship or wounds within yourself. It's really wounds within yourself that's affecting your relationships, really. I mean, yes, the relationship itself could be sick, but it's the individuals. And then from the individuals to making a choice, having a breakthrough, saying, I'm going to be the change today, and making that change within themselves, then that's when the relationships start to shift. A lot of people come at trying to heal relationships from the angle of, well, how can I fix this relationship? Like it's a person. And yes, your relationship is an embodiment of, I guess kind of like a person. We like sometimes in our mind, in our heart space, kind of personify it. But no, it is the people in the relationship that can heal the relationship. It is you. It starts with you. And then your partner begins to mirror what you need. So I guess we're going to go ahead and talk about love. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this could be confirmation that you may be having some problems with your relationship, Tauruses, and your current, like those who are currently in a relationship. You may be having some problems, but this is your mate. This could be the one. This is the one. This could be your soulmate, your lifelong partner. If you take care of codependency issues that either stem in your past relationships inside of yourself or in this current relationship. But nevertheless, it can only heal with you making decisions that you're no longer going to engage in codependent behavior. And even if it's not related to drugs or alcohol, there's still addictive things that can happen within a relationship that can become codependent-like. So just be mindful of that. But I get a sense that you will see and feel these energies kind of going on about your relationship and about yourself. It'll kind of force you to confront some past wounds, but you've got the wherewithal to do it. I know this to be true because the Star card is here. The Star card is about hopes, dreams fulfilled, wishes fulfilled, you being able to move forward in pursuits and passions. There's hope in your love relationships. If you are dating, and perhaps you're starting to kind of flirt around with someone and you're wondering if this could possibly be one, this card says, yes, this is definitely someone that you may be able to connect with. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. This card is also talking about those who are searching for love and saying, hey, you may need to kind of broaden your perspective. Your mate is closer to you than you think. Okay? So that's for our singled ones. But then and keep a lookout for them, because in the month of August, this card tells me that they are right around the corner for you, like here, potentially ready to meet you in the month of August, sometime in the month of August. But again, I want to emphasize to you that you need to work on surrendering outdated beliefs about yourself in terms of relationships. And how you do that is addressing and finding balance with your wounded self so that you don't bring codependent issues into a new budding relationship. For this message is specifically for my single Tauruses, or my single Tauruses. So yeah. Also, what's interesting here about what's confronting is body changes. Maybe some of you start exercising, starting a fitness regimen, a more regular fitness regimen. For others, maybe you're starting to eat better. You're starting to see visible body changes. Some of you may even be getting a little surgery, cosmetic surgery going on, while others of you may be sobering up. Maybe the codependent issues were a partner in the relationship. Maybe you even, because it's body changes, or it could be your partner in the relationship, body changes. Somebody recognizes that a shift needs to happen, so they start sobering up. Maybe they stop their, addictive patterns of drinking too much, or overindulging in so much food or desserts or salt or whatever that is unhealthy. And so that starts to shift and change. I feel that to be true because we have the hope card in the position of what do we need to confront or what's coming forward to us. And that's a positive thing. Also, I get a sense in the overall energies of the month. In terms of abundance, it says windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So again, a windfall of abundance, like the card is saying, is definitely looking like it is coming to you in the form of like a bonus, or the form of a gift, or a form of a raise, or just, some of you play the lottery, or it could be a very late tax return monies that were owed but you didn't know. It could be something along those lines. The other advice the Spirit has for you is it has a card about moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. And again, I get a sense that you're going to start to feel that you're going to be struggling in the beginning, Tauruses, about worrying about money, worrying about what's going to happen. But then some cool things are going to happen in August where you get windfalls of money. But also, you realize, I would like to do other things with my time. And maybe I can tie a monetary value to that. Maybe I could moonlight and do something else. Maybe I could, be a reader. Maybe I could have my own sort of Reiki healing business. Who knows? Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you could have, a dance studio. Who knows? Or you teach dance classes, not a studio. But that could be, the end game is that you have a dance studio. Whatever your passion is. Now, let's talk about what tools that you have at your disposal for all of this, right? We have creator of tomes or tombs. A creator is actually traditionally the queen in the Rider-Waite-Smith, but in this deck it's the creator, and I like that. The creator of tomes, tomes being pentacles. And so you're invited to be the creator, to be the co-creator with Spirit this month, Tauruses. Give yourself the permission to really explore what your life could feel like if you were really doing what it is that you wanted to do at your time. If you were with the partner you really wanted to have. You need to spend a few seconds each day feeling what that would feel like. You need to be the creator in this process. You do that by giving and also being in a place of being able to receive. You have to be a part of that flow. You do that by, pursuing what's passionate for you. And then for me, for example, it's writing. So I find ways that I can write and get paid for it. Or it's tarot reading or oracle reading or helping people understand more about crystals and having crystals in their heart space or whatever. I've found a way to moonlight and have something come about with that. What is that for you, Tauruses? So you're invited to explore that. Also, some tools is, love for those single ones is coming, but be like the Dreamer of Vials, which is the page of Cups, typically the page of the, water energy, page of emotions, new beginnings. This card tells me that there's new beginnings. This could be the one for our single Tauruses. And to be open and inquisitive and curious and not get so serious about it, about love and life, but to have a little, just kind of natural curiosity about it. Don't get so caught up in it needs to be this way, it needs to be that way. Be relaxed with it, go with it, and then learn from it what you may. This card also, just as long as we're looking at the passion card here, passion is twofold. So passion with the energies is both about love budding and growing and being passionate about for you, but it's also about finally tapping into what are your life's passions. So the dreamer or the page of vials is the same thing. It's new beginnings, new epiphanies, new clarity of thought, new breakthroughs, mental breakthroughs about a certain situation, about who you are. And this also says new love coming in. So be open and ready for it. Two of Vials also confirms that this is traditionally Two of Cups. This is also, if we're talking about advice on what tools to, be open to being in that synergetic just synergy with the universe, being connected in a way with your partner if you're in a relationship, really in just loving on them and celebrating them and them celebrating you. You both kind of fit each other, and you both are recognizing that, yeah, our union is not perfect. It's doing what it do, but we're moving forward and we're making the best of it. So yeah, there may be some issues that kind of come up for you all that you need to confront and you should confront. But I get a sense that you'll confront it with grace. You'll confront it with grace. The other advice card is the Four of Bells. You see how this person is taking a rest? Tauruses, you need to find a way where you can have a few days off extra in like maybe add on a few days to a weekend and take some time off. You need some rest. You've been really busy. You've been motivated. You've been motivated to be successful. You've been motivated to bring more balance into your life this month in August. You've been motivated to, try to turn over a new leaf and have some body changes going on. Working on, your outdated beliefs about yourself. All of that is awesome. Again, tied to passion. You're motivated to make some big things happen. But you also need to rest. You need to have a moment in time in August where you rest. If not, the universe will have a way of kind of forcing rest upon you in the way of like a cold or other illnesses that you just don't want. So, and be ahead of the curve and find a way to get some rest to your body, your mind, and your spirit. That is the advice, and that is the tool that is most important to you. I'm telling you this because this is in the tool position, which kind of gives you a little leeway to get ahead of it and do something about it. But if you don't do something about it, the universe will do something about it and knock you on your butt and have you down much longer than if you just take a few days off. So just be mindful of that. Rest is vital, especially during this time of immense transformation for you. You have immense transformation going on. Finally, the outcome cards are the Mystic of Vials, which is the King of Cups traditionally. So really beautiful manifestational things happening. Love and your passions fulfilled. You are connected to your partner if you're in a relationship, you find, and this is what you carry forth into September, this strong sense of direction in your love life, this strong sense of, okay, I've been dealing with my wounds and dealing with our codependent issues, but we are going to be okay. This is my partner and we're moving forward. For our single ones, You're really championing your dating life, your love life, and you may have even made a new love connection that you'll be carrying forward to September. Also, this shows us that you really are following your heart, as in terms of following your passions and getting clear about what it is that really stirs your soul. And then we have the visionary, which is typically the Hierophant. So some of us will be dealing with, Tauruses will be dealing with certain institutions, having to deal with governmental institutions. That's why I feel like with the windfalls of abundance, it could be like finally getting some movement with the tax refund that you were expecting or not expecting. Perhaps dealing with the workplace, dealing with, some of you dealing with schools or schools starting, having to go back to school, having to be schooled. Some of us having to deal with just governmental matters, and just matters of society, if you will. That will be in the forefront of your mind, carrying forward into the month of September. Some of you will be going on actual trips with the Six of Bells, and actually traveling, which would be nice for you. And it will reignite, if your motivation starts to wane towards the end of August into September, it'll reignite your motivation. While others of you shows that if you were having like tumultuous times dealing with letting go, dealing with the transformation, dealing with trying to balance your wounds with your current progress in life, this card says you'll finally have some relief and move to some smoother mental space water. So that's encouraging. Okay. That is very encouraging because, sometimes for some Tauruses, dealing with balance and dealing with your wound itself, and your wound itself from your past could still be haunting your present day self, but trying to address them while still keeping on with your transformational. That's all a part of the process. So I get a great sense you'll be doing just fine with that. You're going to have an awesome August. It'll be a little emotional, but you'll be all right. Much love, many blessings. Bye. Hello, Geminis. This is your monthly August Life, Love, and Abundance Tarot and Oracle reading. And yes, we are incorporating tarot this month. We'll see how I'm feeling for next month on what we're going to bring into the mix. We're needing to change it up just a bit. We've got the Numinous Tarot as our main course, and we're going to start off with the Dear Heart Oracle to get the forecast of the overall energies that we're working with. So let us get started. So first up, we are looking at the Dear Heart Oracle for Gemini's overall overarching energies that they will be working with and facing in the month of August for Geminis. Jumping cards, please. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got wisdom, healing, growth. Beautiful. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay the cards down. We're going to lay the cards down first and then commence to reading. Okay. Now we're going to ask Spirit about, or we're going to do like we do with the Mildred Payne. We're going to still have a spread of sorts. The first question we're going to ask is, what will Geminis be confronting or facing or dealing with in the month of August? Please, Spirit, give us a couple of cards. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Candles. Ace of Vials, which is Ace of Cups. These are Ace of Wands. Wow, some powerful stuff going on here, Gemini. Love it. Ooh, I'm loving what you've got going on in the month of August. We will take a look at that. Okay. Now, what tools will Geminis be utilizing, or what tools can Geminis use in the month of August to help them live their best life or manifest love, or whatever the case may be? What tools can Geminis use or will use? Justice, impartiality. What other tools, Spirit, for Geminis in the month of August? Four of Vials. Any other tools? Death. Okay. Now, what tool, we already looked at the tools. What will be the outcome? What will you be leaving behind in August, Geminis? And what will you be moving forward and taking forward with you into September in life, love, and abundance? What's the outcome cards? What will you be leaving behind in August and taking forward with you in September? The Chariot. Ooh. Okay. Five of Candles. What is the outcome card, or what will Geminis be taking with them into September and leaving behind in August? Awakening. Wow, you've got some cool stuff going on, and it's coinciding with the cards over here. It really is. It's just like, ooh, I'm getting all tingly with your reading, Geminis. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Okay. All right. So what life changes, or what changes in terms of life for Geminis that's happening for you in the month of August that you will be focusing on, that will be prevalent in your life, Geminis, in the month of August? Geminis, what life changes? Family changes. We might look at the guidebook for this one. Let's see what my intuition says. Let's see if anything else comes up. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. In terms of abundance for Geminis, what is in their forecast for how to manifest abundance? What they will be manifesting in terms of their abundance in the month of August for Geminis. Okay. Any other messages? Okay. All right. Detox your friendships and donations, tithing, and charitable work. All right. Let's move my pretty little heart. sure we have enough room for all the cards that I want to lay down, because I am a card slinger through and through. Okay. Next up is love. For our singled and coupled up Geminis, what's coming in your love area, area of your life in August? Single and coupled. Oh, I have them upside down. Retreat. And any other messages, Spirit? For coupled up and single. Oh, okay. Getting to know each other. Okay. And then finally, what do Geminis need to surrender in the month of August? What do Geminis who are watching this video need to surrender in the month of July? You can always fast forward the shuffling. I use exclusively jumping cards, so surrender, defensiveness. Okay. All right. I think we've got all the cards in the reading. Yay! It all fits. All right. So let's first speak about the overall energies that we've got going on. So right off the bat, we've got wisdom, healing, and growth. These are powerful overall energies that are going on. And this is demonstrated throughout your reading, honestly. There, especially in the tarot cards. In terms of wisdom, you know, you just feel wise. You're moving to a different wise drum, so to speak. Your own drum, your own wisdom. You're deriving wisdom from others, gaining wisdom from friends, imparting wisdom onto friends. No, Bishop. Imparting wisdom onto your friends or receiving wisdom. And it's just an overall sense of being able to be in a place of wise counsel, whether you're wise counsel or whether they're wise counsel. Sit, Bishop. Sit, Bishop. Oh, dog. As a result of this wisdom and wise counsel in your life, you're going to have healing that comes through. There's healing in old wounds. There's healing in old emotional wounds. There's healing in actual, you know, some of you may be recovering from something, maybe a fall, maybe a surgery, maybe an illness. So a physical healing, but then there are those who are having an emotional and mental healing. And it's a beautiful thing to have this moment, this clarity, this sense of purpose of moving forward. In terms of growth, you also have some growth in your life. You have new beginnings going on. You have new beginnings with the Ace of Candles. So in terms of things taking root, finally, seeds that you have planted in your career, in your love life, in your life in general, the seeds that you thought had not taken root have started to now blossom. For some of you, Bishop, no. For some of you that could sit. My apologies, guys. Sit. 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 Good boy. Stay. Okay. He's missing my son, and yeah. Okay, so there's new beginnings going on. So there's things finally taking root that are blossoming. We know this to be true because of the Ace of Vials. You have in your love arena, my apologies, my throat. You're getting to know one another. So for those of you who are kind of embarking on a new relationship, this says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So you have the Ace of Vials coming, new beginnings in love relationships, new beginnings in friendships even, in collaboration even. Bishop. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could do the reading another time, but I have to keep the momentum going. So, in terms of, you know, what you're going to be experiencing in the month of August, you're going to be experiencing some new beginnings in passion, new beginnings in romance, new beginnings in love. And then for those who are already in existing relationships, you're going to find that you'll be going on maybe a little getaway with your partner, maybe just even having some alone time on the weekend and like frequent times in August, whereas before you have not had opportunities to retreat. Now is the time to disconnect and from the world and just kind of get to know one another again, have a deepening and a growing of your, relationship, a healing in your relationship. So this bodes well for both the singled and coupled up Geminis in the month of August in terms of love. For those who are single or ready to mingle, you may be going on vacation or retreat and you may be meeting a potential partner there where new budding romance is set to grow. So that's powerful. Things are finally turning around for you, Geminis. Whereas before, maybe your social calendar wasn't as full as you liked, or maybe things weren't happening like you wanted in terms of work life or love. Now you are having a turning of tides. For many of you, this is a nice turnaround from what maybe you have been experiencing in past months. There is a beautiful tide turning. Tide turning in terms of, Bishop, come here. Sit. Sit. Stay. So, in terms of, no, Ella, can you come and grab Bishop and get him, please? Oh, he's going to run from you now. Sorry, guys. It's, of course, the one night that my son, who is Bishop's that's who we got the dog for primarily. He's gone. So, of course, I'm left pet sitting, really. And, yeah, sorry about that. So, now, in terms of new beginnings in, like, work, new beginnings in, even as something as, like, having to go to the DMV and having new things turn over, new vehicles coming to you, new beginnings, new, I just get a sense of just new contracts even being brought up to sign and new love opportunities. So now let's look at what tools can you use. So you have the Justice card, and this is a call for bringing a little more equilibrium, a little more balance, a little more, impartiality in your dealings with people and in your dealings with yourself and your emotions. It's time to also surrender defensiveness. I think this is tied to the Justice card here. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So it's important to surrender your defensiveness in August. Sometimes you tend to be a little defensive about your beliefs or about, your passions and your pursuits. And it's time to kind of soften that and bring a little balance to that kind of energy that you've got going on. Here we have the Four of Vials, the Four of Cups. You see this person kind of despondently looking out the window, a little dissatisfied and not really focusing on the beautiful bottled jewels that they have before them, but instead kind of looking at what other people may or may not have. It's time to look back and focus in on what you've got going on in your wheelhouse and stop looking out at others and seeing what they've been up to and what they're doing and trying to align with where they are, and also trying to, or just being a little dissatisfied with what you have. It's starting to feel a little stagnant. Things are good, things are solid for you, but you just feel like they're a little stagnant. It's not as fulfilling as you like. So you have to be willing to have dramatic transformation, to have the Death card moment, to be able to release and let go of what no longer is serving you. Surrendering defensiveness is definitely a start, but you do that by bringing equilibrium and balance to your interactions with people, by trying to tone it down a notch, tone down your tone down your energy, tone down even your underlying intentions that you're not sharing with them, but you're feeling on the inside. Check that too. Because the defensiveness, even if you don't speak it out loud to the person that you're dealing with, whether it's your partner, whether it's your friends, whether it's coworkers or boss, it's still there. You have to work on that. That needs to be brought back into check so you can have more peaceful interactions. And these cards tell me that you will. I wanted to, before I go to the outcome card, I wanted to look at family changes, and then we'll look at your abundance house. But we have family changes. Let's take a look and see in the guidebook that comes with this deck. This is the Butterfly Oracle, and I'm called to read from the guidebook. It says, this card comes to you with an announcement of a change in your family. You needn't worry about this shift because it unfolds with divine blessings. Trust that you and your family are entirely watched over and protected by God and the angels, and this change only arises because it is the free will choice of those involved. Your role is to keep steady prayers that everyone chooses the path of God's love. Then release your prayers with faith and love. If you need to take action, God will clearly guide you and support you all the way. While change can seem threatening, like in the Death card here, in the long run, it always works out for the best, and so it is with your loved ones. Truly, this change will bring you closer together and bond you in new ways. So additional meanings: pregnancy. Yes, I get that with the Ace of Wands, as well as it sitting right next to the Ace of Vials. Pregnancy, birth, or adoption. A change in living situation. Yep, like I said, contracts, moving, new beginnings in a new home. And it's not just any home, it's somewhere where you passionately had to get this home and make it happen. Divorce or separation. That could very well be for some of you in the Death card. Life transition, health concerns, and marriage. So it's a lot of, for some of you, a lot of transformation going on. The Death card, if you will. But use this as a time to harness power. You've got a lot of positive attributes going on, but don't get complacent. Be okay with change and transition, even painful change and transition. I don't get a sense that many of you will be going through, separation and divorce, but some of you will. And some of you, if it is happening, it's a positive thing. You and your partner have made peace with this change. You're looking forward to new beginnings. You're ready to move forward and move on. It's okay. I get a sense that that could be for some of you who are experiencing divorce or breakups. It's not always bad. It's not always, and that's where growth comes in as an individual, right? When you're able to realize, yeah, this is not how I saw my life 5 years ago, but I'm going to move forward and see where it goes now. That's the easiest way to flow and allow in all that the universe is trying to give you through this transition. You're only evolving to your highest good. And you make it an easier process if you just kind of flow with it and go with it. You allow when it's time to allow, and you listen to your inner guidance, and you move and you make action steps when you are divinely called to, but always be in that flow of receptivity and allowing. Okay? Because that's what helps you to transition a lot easier. Transitions are going to happen. That's just a part of the journey, but you have to allow it to happen, allow it, surrender, but let that wall of defensiveness come down. Okay, let's look at your guidance for your abundance. Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. And then donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you. And you know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So this comes with, okay, part of your death card moment, and part of, even for some of you, your family changes. It's about detoxing friendships. It's about detoxing even family member connections that are draining your resources, draining you, draining your finances, draining your energy, just to even want to be able to manifest a better life for yourself. You're going to have to detox that and release those people for a little while. And, it's okay. It's okay to release them. If they're not taking you to a higher place, you have to ask yourself, is it worth the trouble to have a certain person in your life? Is it worth the trouble? Is it worth the energy space that's detracting from you being able to spend time working on your goals, working on your aspirations, visualizing any of that positive stuff? If that ain't happening with these people on the majority of the time when you're dealing with them, time to let it go. Outcome cards. We have the Chariot. So in the end, as far as like what you're taking with you into September, what you're releasing, and just kind of what's going on, is a lot of forward momentum, a lot of moving forward, charging ahead, new beginnings. And you're taking those new beginning energies and charging straight forward ahead and really catapulting in your success. You are kicking it now up into high gear. As a result, some people may not be feeling that. You've got the 5 of Candles here, 5 of Wands, really. Some people may not be feeling that you are shifting and changing, and that could cause disputes. People may not like the new direction that you're going, that your new purpose-filled way. That may kind of unsettle people because they realize they're not stepping up their game. That's not your problem. That's where the detox of your friendships is coming in. So it's either going to happen forcefully, where you all kind of get into a big old argument, whether it's family members or it's, friends or even coworkers at work who are just kind of draining your energy all the time in a time suck. You will finally have the energy, the enlightenment to say, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. But you're going to do it in a more constructive way. And there's going to be growth from having to kind of, kind of defend your position, if you will. There's an awakening. There's an awakening to what it is that you want to do in your life, what the next steps are in your life in terms of how you want to move forward, where you want to go, what you want to do. All of these big life questions are heavy on your mind this month. And so you'll be carrying that into September, but you'll be carrying it with some surrendering defensiveness, by, understanding the give and take of flow and how the universal, flow is. In terms of being able to manifest abundance, you have to be able to, as they say, donate, tithe, or be able to give of your services, give of yourself, so that way there's resources for other people to have to give. And then it comes back to you, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. If you look at that in terms of whether you're paying a bill to whether you're making a donation to whether you're donating your time, if you look at it as I am all a part of this big universal cycle of love and flow and giving and receiving, and it's all good in the grand scheme of things, you move totally differently. You move in a much more Ace of Wands inspired kind of way. And you're going to carry that into September. And you're going to carry it with a lighter load of that surrendering defensiveness and detoxing your friendships and retreating when you need to, in terms of retreating from all the noise, getting much more clear and much more connected to your partners for those who are in relationships. Some of you will be experiencing pregnancies and new beginnings in that way. And then for the singles, you could very well be meeting someone on a retreat or after returning from a vacation and being inspired and being ready to move forward. And things are going to be looking up for you, Geminis, in a most amazing kind of way, I have to say. All right, my dears, thank you all so much for watching, including thank you for dealing with my interruption, my family interruptions. Yes, I much appreciate you for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for next month. Have a blessed August, everyone.